Hey everybody, today is August 20th, 2025, and I thought I'd do a little bit longer of a video. I'm out here at a local park. I just mostly finished my walk. I'm at about a mile and a half, and I'll be heading back to the car next. But I found a shady spot, and I thought that I would talk about something that's on my mind that may be helpful to other people. So, if you have been watching my shorts across this month since the beginning of August, or if you don't know, I've been doing a daily short, trying to do it daily as an accountability to show you guys as well as myself, accountability that I've been walking or biking, one of those every day in August. And knocking on wood, I've been able to do that so far. And I post the shorts to just kind of keep everybody updated about that and what the scale is saying as far as my weight. And you may have, if you have been watching, you may have noticed that my arrows are going up and down. It seems like I will gain and gain and gain and then lose again and then gain again and then gain again and again. And I'm just really up and down like that with my weight. And you've probably noticed in a few of my videos that I, even though I consider myself to have a healthy relationship with the scale, I use it as a helpful tool. I try not to get too wrapped up in the numbers on the scale. Even for me, it's frustrating and discouraging at times. And I think what compounds that frustration and discouragement is how I feel. Like, a lot of people may be eager to lose weight. And in a way, I am because I know my weight affects my health. And I'm very interested in feeling better. I'm in a hurry to feel better. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is a couple of things related to that. The first thought is that you have to do things. We, me, you, anybody, we have to do things with the right focus in mind, because if we have our focus on something like the numbers on the scale, then it's going to be all too easy to say, well, this isn't working. This isn't working. Like, I'm trying to do this thing and the numbers aren't going down, down, down. So screw this, I give up. And that's understandable. And most of us feel that way when things like that happen. But that's because your focus is on the number on the scale. And I'm trying not to be focused too much on the number on the scale. I'm trying to be focused on forming better habits, like walking or biking every day, being outside in the sunshine and the fresh air, being active, getting enough steps. Right now, my current goal is 9,000 steps a day, and most days I'm pretty good at hitting that goal. So, these things matter too. And I would argue that they matter more than the number on the scale, really, in the span of things. And I struggle with how I'm feeling, and I struggle with like my breathing and stuff. But these things are going to make a difference in the long term, and I may not feel drastic, massive improvements quickly, but if I stay consistent, consistency is the key. I trust that I will feel better over time. I will hopefully breathe easier over time. And so that is a big part of what I wanted to share in this video. This is one of the big thoughts on my mind today. Think about what you could focus on that would be important and valuable and would put you in a better mindset to continue to do the thing, even if some of the factors, are not going well. Like, even if you're short of breath, like I've been, or even if you, feel uncomfortable doing the activity, or the scale isn't moving in the right direction, like all these negative experiences, right? Like that's enough to discourage somebody and make people want to stop, quit, give up, whatever. But if we don't focus on those things, if we focus on other things, like, do you believe that being more active is good for you? Okay, then be more active. And it doesn't mean like you have to be more active to the level of someone else who's in a different condition. It just means that you know what your current activity level is, and you believe that being more active than that would be helpful. So just work on, consistently being more active. Or if you feel like you really could stand to get better sleep, then work on getting better sleep. If you feel like there's something about your diet that you could change and it would be helpful, then do that thing. You know what it is. Like, you're not dumb. People have figured out for themselves over time the kinds of things that work for them, or they believe would help them feel better or improve their health or give them the results they want. So they don't really need somebody else out there like me, suggesting what they should do. But I do think that it's important to think about what it is that you can do, which is the other point that I wanted to make today in this video, is so there's some things out of our control, right? Like right now, it feels like the number on the scale is out of my control. I so desperately want to control that number and make it go down because I so desperately want to lose the weight because I am obese, and I definitely want the health benefits that would come from losing that weight. But I can't really control, what the scale says. I mean, look at me. I'm making an effort to be active every single day this month, 20 days in a row. And I don't even remember what my official number is. Like, what if I lost a pound? Maybe something like that. It's kind of laughable in that way. And, definitely can be discouraging. And I was thinking about, like, here I am putting out these daily shorts where I'm trying to show, that I'm doing this, and I'm trying to be accountable about the activity as well as the numbers on the scale. And wow, if anybody is like watching this and being discouraged on my behalf, then maybe this would discourage them from getting out and walking every day or something. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want to be an example of that it doesn't work. I'm hoping that I can be consistent with things enough over time that I can see progress and I can show it, and I can, encourage other people to do what they can do. But that's the key thing, is figure out what you can do. I have a friend right now, hi Lori, if you're watching, who's not doing well. She's got a problem with her ankle, and she is probably not in the position to try to walk every day. And I feel terrible for the pain that she's in, and I can imagine how discouraged or frustrated she might feel that, even standing or walking at all is difficult. But I think we all can find things that are within our control, even if we can't control the number on the scale, or we can't control the terrible state our breathing or our ankle or something is in. We can't control those things, but can we figure out what the things are that we can control and focus on those? And instead of being discouraged by, the things we can't control, or the things that don't seem to be, you know, showing a lot of improvement at the moment, let's instead be encouraged by the things that, you know, that we know are good. We believe they're good, whether we can currently see them or feel them or not. Like, I believe that getting a good amount of sleep each night is good for me. I think it's good for anybody. Do I think that I'm getting enough sleep right now? I don't think so. I haven't checked my tracker, my Fitbit. Here's something you can do if you don't already do this. Some people hate this sort of thing. I'm a data geek, so I love it. You can get a smartwatch. It doesn't have to be a Fitbit. It can be whatever type of smartwatch you know, have access to. And they make them really cheap now, like really affordable, like $20 or something. I think I've seen them at Aldi's. Basically, these things are great for helping you figure out, like, like, how many steps are you getting a day? Or how much sleep are you getting each night? Or this is the one that I use for my pulse oximeter. So, you know, I can see if I'm getting enough oxygen. I'm gonna screw up the phone to try to check this, but let's see what it currently says my oxygen is. Okay, not too bad. It's 94%. 94%. So if you saw some of my earlier shorts that I did, I was struggling with numbers like in the low 90s. So I'm going to count 94 as like mid 90s. So I feel like things are improving, you know, like I'm sure I have better moments with that than others, but it's just like anything else. Let's just focus on what we believe to be good for us, and let's just do those things as consistently as possible, not perfectionistically, just consistently as possible. And let's, you know, just remind ourselves about what's in our control and focus on those things within our control. So, hope that makes sense. Hope I communicated that clearly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing any comments or anything that you want to share. And, you know, let me know if you have any thoughts on this or any questions for me or anything like that. I'm sort of just stumbling my way through this, but I really feel like this could be a good thing to do. So I'm going to keep trying to do this. I mean, not just the stuff for my health. Like, I'm going to keep doing that no matter what, but doing these videos feels like a good outlet for me right now. So, yeah, I'm going to keep doing these. And I hope you keep watching. And hopefully we'll see progress over time. Oh, one last thought that I had. There's this other channel that I watch. It's called Victoria's Fasting Journey. I highly recommend it for anybody interested in weight loss or fasting or health in general. She has been a motivation to me. And one thing that I wanted to share is she's an example of a channel that I watch or listen to when I'm walking. So maybe if my videos could help motivate you to get out there and walk or to do something in your life that you've been wanting to do and you want a little bit of company, maybe you could just, you know, play these videos and listen to me yammer on like we're taking a walk or something together. So hope you enjoy this beautiful day. See you next time.